up here at Blue Springs South High School. We got the semifinals of this Blue Springs tournament here on December the 9th, 2022. We're getting set for the first of two semifinals between Ozark and Bentonville, Arkansas, making their way north. And then the nightcap tonight will be Blue Springs South taking on Staley. That one should be a good one. But for now, we have Bentonville and we have Ozark on the way for you. These two teams played yesterday, obviously, in this tournament format. You had Bentonville taking down St. Louis University High School 49-41, and Ozark took down Blue Springs 53-48. So let's send it down for the starting lineups.
Our first game this evening here at Blue Springs South will feature the Ozark Tigers against the Bentonville Tigers. Fans are reminded that the purpose of this contest is to promote the educational mission of these two schools. Do your part by representing the community and school in a positive fashion and displaying good sportsmanship toward officials, players, coaches, and other fans during this game. Respect those around you at all times and enjoy tonight's contest. Thank you for your cooperation. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the Ozark Tigers, number 1, a junior standing 6 feet 6 inches, Jace Watley. For the Bentonville Tigers, number 1, a senior standing 6 feet 3 inches, Aiden Waller. For Ozark, number 2, a junior standing 6 feet 1 inch, Ryan Engel. For Bentonville, number 2, a senior standing 5 feet 11 inches, Xander Collins. For Ozark, number 3, a senior, 5 feet 11 inches, Ethan Sutherland. For Bentonville, number 3, a senior, 6 feet 3 inches, Jalen Lee. For Ozark, number 15, a sophomore, 6 feet 3 inches, Hudson Roberts. For Bentonville, number 4, a junior, standing 6 feet 9 inches, Caden Miller. And for the Ozark Tigers, number 20, the junior, standing 6 feet 3 inches, Jake Garner. And for the Bentonville Tigers, number 24, a junior, standing 6 feet 4 inches, Owen Dearman. Ozark's head coach is Mark Schweitzer. Assistants are Jonathan Felton and Paul Sutton. Bentonville's head coach is Richard Rippey. Assistant coaches are Joel Brown and Ryan Rippey. Good luck to both our teams.
All right, well, this is what we would call a tournament dead gym. After those starting lineups, a spattering of applause from both parent sections as we get ready to go in this matchup. Again, between Bentonville, Arkansas, and Ozark, both the Tigers and these teams coming in, Bentonville 6-0, and Ozark, from what we could find, 2-2. So here we go. Ozark wearing the road black unis with the red trim, but the ball is controlled by Bentonville early. The home whites with the black stripe down the side and the tiger between the shoulder blades, and up to Jalen Lee up at the top. A deep three off the back iron, no good. And a rebound comes away to Jace Watley. These two teams, again, winning yesterday. We'll see how the legs are going and how this gym responds. Ozark liking this motion style offense, as are many teams nowadays in 2022. Top of the key three is in and out, no good. That one taken by Hudson Roberts. Offensive rebound taken away by Jake Garner. This one taken away. Aiden Waller all alone. Left hand bunny is good. It's 2-0. 2-0 early, Bentonville. We're in the first quarter. We'll try and keep this score updated as best we can for you. Gonna act like it's a radio broadcast for you guys as well. Ozark around to the right baseline. Swings it back up top of the key, left side now. Swings it back into a bit of a zone look for Bentonville. An up and under attempt, no good, and tipped out of bounds. Jace Watley last to touch it. Back to Bentonville. First quarter action here from Blue Springs South High School. We'll talk a few minutes about each one of these players as we go throughout this game. But as for now, Bentonville controlling the offense, trying to set a high ball screen for Jalen Lee. Swings it over now into the right baseline. Dribble drive, right elbow, kicks it out. 3-ball on the way and short. Owen Durman 0 for 1 now. Down low, wide open for Ozark. No good, in and out is Jake Garner. His first field goal attempt. And back we go the other way with Bentonville. Jalen Lee dribbles over, free throw line extended left. Now kicks it out, a 3-ball on the way. Back iron, no good for Xander Collins. Now Lee again for 3. This one's deep as well and goes out of bounds. It will go back to Ozark. So some dry shooting to start for both of these squads as they start to get their legs underneath them from yesterday. 2-0 early going Bentonville on top. 5:50 to go first quarter. Bring it across the timeline for the Tigers of Ozark, Missouri. 2-2 on the year. Swings it over left side. Trying to get inside this very tall defense from Bentonville. Only way to do it is passing the ball a lot, and that is what they are doing. Sutherland over across. Swings it all the way to the left baseline. Sutherland back with it. Thought about it. Thought better of it. Gets it away. Tip ball, and now down inside. Another tip ball, and a pull-up left hand, and one. Hudson Roberts gets Ozark on the board. And it is now tied up 2 apiece.
Bentonville foul number 24, Owen Dearman. His first personal foul, team foul number 1. Shooting 1 for Ozark, number 15, Hudson Roberts.
Roberts unable to finish off the and one, and off we go. 2 apiece in the early going. 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Bentonville swings it to the top of the key. Dribble drive down inside, spinning, throwing it, loose ball. Ozark comes away with it. Ryan Engel controls. Crossover dribble being defended at the top. Ozark in their set, wide open, over to the free throw line extended is Watley, in and out, rattling a 3, and it's no good. Comes away with it for Bentonville is Xander Collins. Collins kick out. Lee thought about it. Lee dribble drive, kick out, and there's a turnover for the Iowa State commit. Their man, who had 17 points last night, 12 in the fourth, to close out St. Louis University High School. That game played over at Blue Springs High School. Watley now to Sutherland. Sutherland on the pick and roll, back to Watley. Watley down low and gets fouled. Taken away by Caden Miller. And that will send Watley to the line, who led them in points yesterday. 16 points for him. That included 75% from the free throw line on 6 of 8 shooting. Here he is on his first attempt tonight, and it is good. Watley 2 for 2 from the line. And it's 4-2 early lead for Ozark. Bentonville trying to get their feet underneath them. They have had some turnovers and 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Jalen Lee kicks it over. Javen Williams in the game now on the check-in. Lee from deep again. This time it is good.
Three-point basket, number 3, Jalen Lee.
Gives them the lead 5-4. 3:58 to go opening quarter. Back with Ozark now. Top of the key screen. That's Hudson Roberts. The left-hand pull-up is nothing but air. Rebound taken away from Williams. Williams up ahead to Durman. Durman spins around, finds Lee. He's going to fire it again. Just a little early heat check, and it's off the back rim. No good. Still 5-4. 3:37 to go. Up ahead with Engel. Engel outside, trying to get it down low to their man, and draws the foul. That's on Owen Durman, his first. So with 3.5 to go.
24, Owen Dearman, his second personal foul, team foul number 3. Checking in for Bentonville, number 0, Mofe Sam Adewusimo.
Mofe Sam Adewusimo coming into the game. I tell you what, Cooley He knows how to do it. He was a 6A announcer of the year for a reason, and he's showing me how to do it tonight. Ozark with the ball. They have had a hard time getting inside this Bentonville defense. You can see out of Usamo, that defense at the top of the key is stifling. Garner now being guarded by Williams. Swings it over left corner. Three is in the air. Short, no good. And that is by Roberts. And I believe Roberts is going to get called for the foul as they take it away. Indeed, it is on Hudson Roberts. So a little sloppy. So far, mostly for Bentonville. That's their first foul on Ozark of the half. 2:57 to go. 5-4 is Bentonville. Nice pass down inside. And that's going to be Caden Miller's first bucket of the game. It's 7-4 Bentonville. 2:43 to go, opening quarter. Ozark swings it over left side, looking for a ball screen. Instead, swings it back over to the right side. Roberts again for three. That time nails it. Hudson Roberts. He's got 5 early points. Bentonville working against the 2-3 zone. Roberts, by the way, 5 points yesterday, matching it already. And there is Jaden Lee once again. Jalen Lee with 5 early points. 9-7 Bentonville over Ozark. 2:05 to go, opening quarter. Down low, inside, trying to get it into the post. The big man, and it's Watley who misses it. Offensive rebound by Garner, but gets swatted away. Back with Bentonville. Swat away by Garner for just a moment, and you can't leave this man open. Short. Offensive rebound is good, and one coming for Javen Williams. Foul on Jace Watley. It's 9-7. Right now they will count the basket.
Checking in for Ozark, number 13, Garrett Ballard, number 34, Cohen George, and in for Bentonville, number 15, Mikey Dada, and number 44, Elijah Wilhelm.
1:42 to go. 9-7 Bentonville, make it 10-7 Bentonville as Javen Williams caps off the and one. Jace Watley, the 6'6 forward, is going to bring the ball up here. Ozark swinging it around, and they're going to catch a foul on Javen Williams. 10-7, 1:28 to go, first quarter. Sutherland will throw it in. The senior, 5'11", throws it well across the court to Jace Watley. Watley now to Garrett Ballard, who's in the game for the first time. Watley thought about it and instead kicks it out to Hudson Roberts. Roberts resets with 1:16 to go in the quarter. No shot clock in high school basketball yet. Maybe one day, but as for now, not. Swings it over for three. Ballard makes his presence known. The senior steps in. Make it 10 apiece. With less than a minute to go in the first quarter, Lee sets up for three. Why not? He's got 8 of 15 for Bentonville. It's 15-10. Wide open again. This time Roberts for three. Roberts has 8. And off we go with the track meet. 15-13, Bentonville leads. Lee is a heat check. Off front rim and out of bounds. We'll go back with Ozark. And if you're head coach Richard Rippey, you don't mind it, as Jalen Lee, the Iowa State commit, has just over 50% of the points here for the team in the quarter. He has 8 of the 15 and kicks it straight at Kathy Wilbur's head, out of bounds. A motley crew down there for Blue Springs South running the table tonight. 21.7 seconds to be exact. 15-13. Bentonville leads over Ozark here in the first of the 2 semifinal games we have here tonight for you on 8simvarsity.com. He gets it into Garrett Ballard, who just hit a three. They look like they're content to take the final shot. Over to Hudson Roberts, who has 8 points. Now with Sutherland, 10 to go on the clock. Over to Cohen George, first time in the game, down to 5. They got to get a shot off. Over to Watley, left-handed three at the buzzer is good. Hudson Roberts has 11, and that captures the lead for Ozark. 16-15. You're watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com. We'll be right back after this.
Score Ozark.
That carryout comes in clutch.
Welcome back to Blue Springs South High School. The battle of the Tigers here in the semifinal of the Blue Springs Invitational. Ozark starts with the ball up 16-15. They did correct the score for me. And Watley down low swatted away. Just underway here in the second quarter. We'll get this graphic updated for you. Wide open top of the key. No take. Looking to try and get it inside are the Tigers of Ozark. Holding on to that 1-point lead, a good one here. Undefeated Bentonville coming into it against Ozark, who's playing to be a tougher out than they would imagine. Right side now, still trying to get it inside, not content to take the three ball right now. It's Hudson Roberts, who had 8 first quarter points, gets it down inside to the right elbow. Watley outside, now kicking it to a three that is taken off the mark by Garrett Ballard, who has 1 3 in the first quarter and out of bounds.
Bentonville foul number 3, Jalen Lee. His first personal foul. Team foul number 5. Checking in for Ozark, number 2, Ryan Engel, and number 20, Jake Garner.
So Jalen Lee gets called for the off-the-ball foul. 7:12 to go in the opening half. 16-15 Ozark. So Ozark has the ball. Passing it in now is Sutherland. He gets it in. Watley squares up for 3. Off front iron, no good. Rebound taken away by Xander Collins. Collins up ahead to Jalen Lee. Lee squares up on his defender down inside to Kalen Miller. Nice spin move. And he gets his 5th point of the evening. 17-16 Bentonville. Second quarter. Left corner, thought about it. Now back outside to Ryan Engel. Engel, right-handed dribbler. Swings it over to Watley. Watley, left-handed dribble. Kicks it up. Top of the key 3. Nothing but air for Ryan Engel and out of bounds. And so Coach Mark Schweitzer said, hey, calm down. Don't need to rush the shot. Clearly, this slow it down pace has worked so far. Both of these teams yesterday, 53 points for Ozark, 49 for Bentonville. Not afraid to go high, but again, not super high scoring. We saw a 70-point game out of Staley, as that's a 3 for Jalen Lee. He's got 11. We saw 70 out of Staley yesterday, so we'll see them in the nightcap against Blue Springs South, the host of this tournament. Watley outside to Engel. Engel swings it to Garner. Garner with a headband on, swings across court to Ballard. Bentonville's gone to a bit of that zone look. Down inside, Watley, nice inside move, and he's got 4. It's 20-18. Bentonville with that Ozark bucket. Lee thought about it. Dribble down inside, right hand finish is good. He's got 13. Again, he had 17 yesterday. He's got 13 here in the first 11 minutes of action. 5:30 to go in the opening half. Watley, left hand, right hand dribble. Bentonville is content to give him that shot if he wanted it. Sutherland swings it back over to Garner. Taken away by Jalen Lee. Lee, 2-on-1 behind the back. Nice finish. Missed it. Went for the back finish and one. Mofi Sam Adosimo. His first bucket, it was not a dunk, but the ball got chucked up into the air and it fell.
His first personal foul, team foul number 3. At the line shooting 1 for Bentonville is number 0, Mofi Sam Adosimo.
Adosimo had him followed the complete length of the court as Jalen Lee missed the layup. Went for the dunk. Ball got popped into the air and it fell back down as he got fouled, and he finishes it off. His first points of the evening as Garrett Ballard picks up his first. It's 25-18 now, largest lead of the game for Bentonville. 5 minutes to go in the half. Down inside, working against Collins. Kick out Watley 3, and that's good. He's got 7. Adosimo, left corner for Bentonville. It's 25-21. They swing it to the 6'9" big man, Caden Miller, who gets it back out. Jalen Lee. Lee behind the back into 2 defenders, has it taken away. Turnover for Lee, his second of the ball game. Kicks it over right corner, does Ozark. Dribble drive, baseline, and it's going to draw a foul on Caden Miller. That's going to be his first. My favorite thing about a dead gym is you can hear every single time that a kid does not agree with a referee. And that was one there as he's going to go take a break. Checking in is Elijah Wilhelm for the first time. He's 6'8", sophomore, wearing the goggles. He's going to be squared up on Watley. Tough assignment. Kick out 3, no good. And there's a rebound for Wilhelm. Up ahead is Bentonville and overthrew the intended receiver, Aiden Waller. Another turnover for this Bentonville offense. If you're Coach Richard Rippey, you're like, okay, well, we're going to settle down at all. 25-21, 4:16 to go in the half. Again, first semifinal of this tournament. We'll have another game coming up for you tonight, approximately 30 minutes after this first one concludes. Bentonville into the 2-3 zone, trying to put some pressure on. Indeed, they get Finn Scott, the 5'10" guard, the junior, to throw it off the hands of Xander Collins out of bounds. Jake Garner with the red headband throws the ball in. Bringing it across the timeline is Ryan Engel. Engel swings it over right side. It's always about how you can defeat the 2-3 zone without throwing up a bunch of threes. Here's a 3, and it's good by Ryan Engel. That cuts the lead to 1. 25-24 Bentonville, 3:43 to go opening half. Xander Collins brings it across. Between the legs looking for a screen, pressured by Scott. Right baseline, dribble drive, throws a man, and a charge is taken by Ryan Engel. You gotta love that, and that's gonna be the first foul on Aiden Waller. Team fouls at 7, so that'll mean the bonus for Ozark, the next defensive foul on Bentonville. Again, player control fouls do not count towards the bonus. They count towards the foul count, but not into the bonus. Garner to Sutherland, who checked back into the ball game. Goes behind the defense, tipped away by Wilhelm, and it will stay with Ozark. 3:18 to go opening half. 25-24 Bentonville. They had a 7-point lead, and all of a sudden a 6-0 run for Ozark has cut that to 1. Sutherland to throw it in to Engel, who just hit a 3. Down inside Garner. Garner going to work. Kick out for 3. The lefty. It's pure. Hudson Roberts with 14, and Ozark has the lead. A 9-0 run for the Tigers of Ozark. Adelusimo working on the 2-3 zone. Javen Williams in between the legs, pull up 3. Off the right iron, no good. Rebound Sutherland. Sutherland up ahead. Roberts going to work and finishes. Roberts having a half. And timeout called by Bentonville. It's 29-25 with 2:43 to go in the half. Ozark on a 11-0 run. You're watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com. We're back after this.
That carryout comes in clutch.
Welcome back to Blue Springs South. An 11-0 run by Ozark gives them a 29-25 lead. 2:43 to go in the opening half. Coming across the timeline is Javen Williams. Kicks over to Lee, who's well off the mark. Closeout defense by Hudson Roberts. Roberts has 16 first half points. He had 5 yesterday. Having quite the half. One that he'll look back on fondly if they can get a W and get to the championship game tomorrow. Right here on 810varsity.com at Blue Springs South High School. For now, they got a half and 2:27 to go to knock this down. A bucket inside by Cade Miller. Cade Miller's at 7 points in the first half. 29-27 Ozark. Back across, they've gone back to the morphed man-to-man defense. Has Bentonville. Left baseline, dribble drive off the ball screen, kicks it up top of the key. Looks over free throw line, extended right, now to the baseline right. Ball movement crucial on this possession, and now he's gotten caught. That was Engel, passed out of it. This is Jace Watley, who has 7 first half points. Hudson Roberts now down inside to Watley. Watley back to Roberts. Closed out on and misses the shot down inside. Back the other way. Lee running it across the timeline. Dumps it over to his man in the left side, Javian Williams. Back to Lee from the volleyball line. Thought about it. Down inside, Miller. Miller going to work. 6'9". Puts it up with the left hand, no good. Offensive rebound. They're going to draw a foul. Aiden Waller came in on the offensive rebound. And Ryan Engel is going to pick up his first foul of the evening. 29-27, 76 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing the ball in is Javian Williams, has 3 points. Trailing by 2 is Bentonville, the undefeated Tigers coming into this game. The state finalists lost in the state championship to Little Rock North last year. Is Mofe Sam Adelusimo. Oh, excuse me, Aiden Waller there with the bucket. Ties it up at 29 apiece, down under 60 seconds now. Jace Watley and this Ozark team would love nothing more than to take the last shot. We'll see if Bentonville allows them to do it. Garner back to Watley. Being guarded way outside by Elijah Wilhelm. Takes his dribble. Right baseline, swings it back top of the key. Again, Ozark wearing the road black uniforms tonight with the red trim as we're down to 30 seconds. Closeout defense is good there. Jake Garner has it now, standing in the Blue Spring South circle, back to Sutherland. Sutherland looks up at the clock, swings it back to Garner with 22 to go. Sutherland looking, trying to set up the play now with 15 to go. Garrett Ballard has the ball. Hands it off to Sutherland. Now they go with 8 seconds. Swings it down inside. Look for the baseline play. Going to be taken away at the buzzer. And one. Javen Williams. Foul at the buzzer, and that is not going to make Mark Schweitzer happy.
Ozark foul number 15, Hudson Roberts, his second personal foul. Team foul number 5.
Roberts.
Shooting 1 for Bentonville is number 11, Javen Williams.
Roberts, who has 16 first half points, has 2 fouls now as Williams looks to close out the half with a free throw, and he does. Add it up, it is going to be 32-29 going to the half. Again, some first half stats for you. Jalen Lee has 13 points to lead the way for Bentonville, and Hudson Roberts with 16 for Ozark. As we head to halftime, 31-29 is the score. We're back after this. You're watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com.
That carryout comes in clutch. comes in clutch.
Welcome back to Blue Springs South High School. You got the Blue Springs School District Boys Basketball Tournament semifinals. Right now,
Bentonville will have possession to begin the third quarter.
Bentonville on top, 32-29, as we head to the third quarter. Keep you updated on the score throughout. 16 minutes to play, and we'll see what kind of adjustments were made as going to the rack and one. To open it up strong is Javen Williams.
Count the basket. Ozark foul number 15, Hudson Roberts. His third personal
Hudson
foul.
Roberts all of a sudden
Number 1 of the second half.
is on high alert. He had 16 of the 29 first half points for Ozark, and he's got 3 fouls. And that's 9 points for Javen Williams. Ozark now staring down the barrel of a 6-point deficit. Garner across to Watley. Watley looking, right-hand dribble, picks it up. Now he's into the count. Back down to Sutherland. Sutherland, the 5'11 senior, kicks it up to the top. Back in the hands of Garner to Sutherland. The motion offense is a challenge for both broadcaster and defense. Watley standing just outside the 10-foot line of the volleyball line here at Blue Springs South. In the lighter green color, Ozark, Sutherland kicks it over to Engel. Engel has 3 points. Watley with 7 first half points has yet to get down inside for a bucket since early in the second quarter. Top of the key, nothing but air for Ryan Engel, and he's not felt it from that spot. 2 air balls, one in the second quarter, one here in the third quarter.
Number 13, Garrett Ballard.
Beg your pardon, I said something in the first half about Jalen Lee. He probably is going to go play ball somewhere, but that Staley team that's coming up tonight has an Iowa State commit, so I had those mixed up. I apologize. Jalen Lee swings it over to Aiden Waller. And now it's Williams with 9 and pulls the 3 ball. It's good.
Bentonville 3-point
He's got a dozen.
Williams.
And it's the biggest lead of the game again for Bentonville, opening it up with a 6-0 lead, or 6-0 run here in the third quarter. 38-29 into the hands of Cade Miller. Miller, the 6'9" gazelle. Left-handed finish is good.
Number 4, Kate Miller.
He's got 9 and a timeout called
Timeout, Ozark.
by Mark Schweitzer.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
11-point deficit. You're watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com. Back into the game for Ozark, Hudson Roberts, who has 3 fouls, but 16 of the 29. They sat him for a moment, and all of a sudden it's 40-29, Bentonville's lead. Again, 6-0 Bentonville against 2-2 Ozark. Ozark coming off a win against West Plains and then also against Blue Springs. Had 2 losses in the Republic tournament earlier in the month. Watley, right-handed dribble. And Bentonville's defense is tightened up here in the second half. Garner looks, Watley swings. Ballard thought about it, now dribbles ahead. Aiden Waller is all over him. Waller at 6'3", the senior. Absolute stud out there. Watley picks up the dribble, finds his man, that's Roberts. Roberts, again, who had 16, thought about it, the lefty did. Sutherland to Watley. Watley in rhythm, has made 1 3 tonight. Gonna draw a foul on Mofe Sam Adelusimo. Ethan Sutherland to throw in the ball. Gets it into his man Roberts. Roberts going to work. Guarded by Owen Durman. Durman, no points, 1 foul. 3 off the mark for Sutherland. Offensive rebound is there for Garner, and Garner gets his first points of the ball game. 40-31, Bentonville lead. 4:53 to go in the third quarter. Ozark to the 2-3 zone. Lee outside for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound comes away, Watley. Sutherland back to Watley as he brings it across the timeline. Watley at 6'6". Certainly does have the handles to dribble out beyond the arc. Roberts looking off the ball screen. Durman controlling him on defense. Gets to the elbow, does Ballard. Ballard picks up the dribble. Out to Watley in rhythm. Short on the 3. Lee comes away after the air ball, leading the charge for Bentonville. Backdoor cut taken away by Sutherland. Watley, dribble drive, called for the charge. Maybe a questionable one there, I don't know. They're going to call that a charge.
Team foul number 2. Checking in for Bentonville, number 2, Xander Collins.
I'm muted to ask a question to the cameraman. He just so happens to be very knowledgeable at high school basketball. We'll leave it at that. More on that later. Pull up 3, no good. That's the first field goal attempt for Owen Durman for Bentonville, as it's 40-31. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter in the first semifinal here tonight from Blue Springs South. Watley picks up the dribble, kicks it to Roberts. Roberts, ball screen, goes around. The left-hander kicks it out. Sutherland, dribble drive to the free throw line, up and rattles it home. Sutherland gets on the board. 40-33 is the score. Bentonville across the timeline is Xander Collins. Collins ball screen, kicks it over. Now it's Durman, who's back to Williams. Javian Williams with 12. Trying to get the posts up down inside, giving Lee a break here. Durman for 3. Back iron, no good. Trying to take away the rebound is Cade Miller, and it's out of bounds.
Checking in for Ozark, number 2, Ryan Engel.
And if you're Richard Rippey, how long do you let Jaden Lee sit? They're at a 7-point lead right now. 185 seconds to go in the third quarter. That's 3 minutes and 5 seconds for those of you who don't do quick math. Watley across the timeline. Looking, throwing to Ryan Engel. Engel controls the dribble, handoff to Sutherland. Sutherland back to the top of the key. Ball screen from Watley. Pick and roll. Watley to the cup. Nicely done. Jace Watley with 9. 40-35 is the score. Williams, top of the key, thought about the 3. And a blocking foul is called. Ryan Engel gets called for his second.
His second personal foul. Foul number 3. Checking in for Ozark, number 20, Jake Garner.
Jake Garner returns for Hudson Roberts. Roberts with 3 fouls. Sits down with 2:36 to play in the third. A little give and go back to the man who tossed the ball in. Williams is off the mark. And now we have a scrum. Jump ball is up, and it'll go to Ozark.
Jump ball, possession here to Ozark.
Think about the story of this game. It was pretty evenly matched. Ozark went on a big run to end the first half. They gave up the bucket at the buzzer with an and one to have a 3-point deficit at half. Bentonville comes out hot here in the third. And now Ozark's on a run of their own with 2:29 to play. Sutherland to Watley, and Watley's going to bring it up. Being guarded by Cade Miller, who's 6'9", 6'6" for 6'9". Ryan Engel now. Engel toss it inside, taken away. It's Aiden Waller out on the break. Waller finishes. He's got 4. 42-35. We got a football score here with 2:06 to play. Sutherland across the blue stripe here at Blue Springs South High School. Watley down to Engel. Engel working against Williams. Takes it back up to the top of the key to reset. Watley standing on the Jaguar, now on the far side, directly across from us. Down inside Sutherland. Sutherland turns, spins, and is good. 42-37 with 1:37 to go. And Coach Mark Schweitzer says, let's go. D up one time. Kicks to the corner. Swings across now to Xander Collins. Collins dribble drive. Kicks it out now again to Derman. Back to Waller. Waller tried to fit it inside. Ball is taken away. 1:17 to play. Garner rushes it across the timeline. 1:11 to play in the third. Gets it to Roberts, who's back in the ball game. They take a breath here. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 42-37 Bentonville. Watley holding. Waiting for the offense to form here. He's not dribbled yet. Now he has, left-handed. Gets it to Roberts with 42 to play in the third. Down to Engel, back to Watley. Left foot in a circle. Hands it off to Sutherland. Left hand taped. Dumps it down inside to Engel. Back cut, throws it into traffic, and it's taken away. That's a good solid foul. Oh, they're going to call an intentional foul there. They're going to call it on Sutherland as an intentional foul. I think he was going for the ball there. Xander Collins had a wide open bucket.
Intentional foul, Ozark's number 3, Ethan Sutherland. His first
That's a tough one.
foul. Foul number 4.
You just never know. As a guy who committed plenty of intentional fouls in his career, that did not look like one that I did. But a missed free throw by Xander Collins start this off. 23.5 seconds to play. 42-37. And head coach Mark Schweitzer just wants a little bit of an explanation.
Check in for Ozark, number 34, Cohen George.
Not mention the refs a lot tonight. The all-bald squad, they got the fresh cut today, I'm sure. Second free throw is off the right iron, no good. 42-37. No harm but one intentional foul. Later, 42-37. A whole bunch of subs for Bentonville.
Jalen Lee, number 15, Mikey Dowda, and number 44, Elijah Wilhelm.
Jaden Lee checks in with 23 seconds to play. Xander Collins, the one throwing the ball in. Xander looks to Lee. Lee back in the game again. 20 seconds to play as Collins looks and hands it off to Lee. Lee, spectacular game so far, has 13. Had 17 yesterday. Lee off the screen. Left hand behind the back. Spins. Pulls up. Hits. With 2 to play. And no time left on the clock.
That'll end the third quarter.
Jalen Lee puts him ahead 44-37. Again, first of 2 semifinals here from Blue Springs South. We head to the fourth, 44-37, Bentonville. You're watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com.
That carryout comes in clutch.
Bentonville will have possession to begin the fourth quarter.
Welcome back to Blue Springs High School. Blue Springs South High School, excuse me. Wow, I would get a lot of flack for that if I let that one slide. Bentonville versus Ozark. Bentonville up 44-37. And a walk is called by Elijah Wilhelm. The sophomore tried to take it to the cup.
Checking in for Ozark, number 13, Garrett Ballard.
7 minutes, 49 seconds to play in this first semifinal. Bentonville nursing a 7-point lead, 44-37. They've had some runs in them tonight, has Ozark, but we'll see if they can go on one here to start the fourth. This one's Garrett Ballard with possession over to Roberts. Roberts with 16. Has the ball back in his hands now, guarded by Williams. Takes it, right hand finish, draws the foul. Gonna get Javen Williams with his second foul of the evening.
Number 11, Javen Williams, his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. Flying shooting 2 for Ozark, number 15, Hudson Roberts.
Roberts puts in the first one.
Checking in for Ozark, number 1, Jace Watley, and number 2, Ryan Eagle.
Coach Schweitzer calling for the massive substitutions every single possession. We'll see if he sticks to it. Jalen Lee brings it across. He's got 16. Pull up 3. Haven't called the name tonight. We'll get to that in just a second. That was Mikey Duda. He's going to pull it again. Duda for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Roberts. Down 6, 44-38. 7 minutes to play. Sutherland controls. Kicks it to Watley left side. Back to Sutherland with the ball screen. Working the pick and roll. Got hung in the air. Taken away by Garner. And now it's Engel controlling. Watley with the ball screen. Almost had the ball taken away. Back with Roberts. Roberts guarded by Jalen Lee. This is a matchup. Ryan Engel swings it to Watley, right corner. Looks for the cut. Now goes to the post up on the big man, Elijah Wilhelm at 6'8". Sutherland down inside. Jumps up against it. No foul called. Taken away by Jalen Lee. Lee brings it across quickly. 6:20 to play. That's a 42nd possession by Ozark. Lee for 3. Front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Duda. And Duda has his first points.
Bentonville basket number 15, Mikey Dowda.
Mikey Dowda with his first bucket of the evening puts him up 46-38. Ryan Engel now controls. This is Garner over to Watley. Watley driving, looking, goes to the right hand. Pretty finish.
Ozark basket number 1, Jace Watley.
Watley with 11. Goes and draws the charge. Does Ryan Engel. Aiden Waller got a little aggressive. And it's a 6-point lead for Bentonville. 5:34 to go in the game.
That was on Bentonville's number 1, Aiden Waller. His second personal foul. Team foul number 3. Checking in for Ozark, number 13, Garrett Ballard. And in the game for Bentonville, number 4, Caden Miller, and number 24, Owen Dearman.
Jace Watley brings it across to Sutherland. Sutherland works it to Ballard. Ballard to Garner. Garner to Watley. 2-point bucket is good. Watley with 13. 46-42. Bentonville on top. 5:11 to go, and a foul called on Bentonville. Called it on Caden Miller. 3 fouls on him.
Caden Miller, his third personal foul. Team foul number 4.
5:10 to go. Bentonville up 4. 46-42. Watley across. He has the last 4 for Ozark.
Ozark foul number 15, Hudson Roberts.
Hudson Roberts has called for his 4th.
Team foul number 5.
Roberts with 16 points, 0 here in the second half. 46-42, 5:03 to play here at Blue Springs South. Winner goes to the championship, awaiting the winner of Blue Springs South and Staley later this evening. Right here on 810varsity.com, you can see that game. Jalen Lee, ball screen, top of the key. between the legs, double teamed. Kicks out, thought about it. Instead, gets hung into the air, down inside of the post. Draws the foul on Watley, I believe. And that one is, excuse me, they're going to call that on Garner.
Team foul number 6. And free throw line shooting 2 for Bentonville will be number 4, Caden Miller.
Jake Garner called for the foul, his first of the ball game. And that sends Caden Miller, who has 9 points here this evening. The 6'9" junior misses his first one. Roberts comes back into the ball game.
Number 15, Hudson Roberts.
Roberts standing at 6'3", the sophomore, has 17 on the evening. They sat him down on defense as Cade Miller puts in his 10th point of the evening. 47-42, Bentonville leads. 4:37 to play. Roberts in on offense, pulls up left-handed short. Offensive rebound, pulled away, and now Lee comes up with it. Lee across the timeline, 3-on-3, pull-up 3 is off the back iron, no good. That was Durman. Durman on the back cut finishes.
Bentonville basket number 24, Owen Dearman.
His first bucket of the evening puts him up 7, 49-42 with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Down inside is going to be a foul called on Aiden Waller. That's going to be his third. That'll be the 6th team foul.
His third personal foul. Team foul number 5.
They already tacked it up. Team foul number 5. 7-point lead for Bentonville. Sutherland to throw it in. Down underneath and one. Jalen Lee called for the foul.
20, Jake Garner.
Garner with his 4th point of the night and goes to the line to try and cut it to a 4-point lead.
Team foul number 6. Checking in for Ozark number 2, Ryan Engel. And shooting 1 for Ozark is number 20, Jake Garner.
Jake Garner with the hair hanging over the red headband steps to the line. Could drop a pin in this gym right now. Free throw is up and good. Cuts the lead to 4. 49-45, Bentonville. 4 minutes to play as Jalen Lee trots his way across. That's Miller, top of the key. Lee, pull up 3. The double screen has nothing but air. And out of bounds, ball goes back to Ozark. Gotta think that Richard Rippey would appreciate a better shot than that one. And here comes Roberts for Engel again.
Hudson Roberts.
Sutherland up ahead quickly to the timeline is Watley. Watley picks up the dribble, now back to Sutherland. Motion offense working down 4 with 3:34 to play. Watley, dribble drive, left-handed, swatted away, but called for the foul is Caden Miller. That'll be his 4th.
Bentonville foul number 4, Caden Miller. His 4th personal foul. Team foul number 7. The free throw line shooting 2 for Ozark is number 1, Jace Watley.
Jace Watley with 13 tonight. Had a couple free throws in the first quarter. And left iron, no good.
Checking in for Ozark, number 2, Ryan Engel.
The offensive-defensive switch has played into the hands of Mark Schweitzer pretty well since Roberts got his 4th. Short on the second free throw, and it stays at 4. Javen Williams calls off Jalen Lee as he brings it across. 4-point lead, 3:20 to play in this semifinal game from Blue Springs South. Down inside, left hand, strong. Ball bounced in the air, and that was Caden Miller off with the left hand. 3 minutes to play now. Down inside, Engel spins, looks, couldn't get it up on Aiden Waller. An extra pass to Watley. Watley thought about it, can still take it if he wants it. Instead they reset. Watley picks it up on the dead ball. Hands it off to Engel. Engel to Watley. Watley with 2:47 to play. Floater, Sutherland, good. 6 points for him It's a 2-point lead for Bentonville, 49-47, 2:36 to go. Jalen Lee going at Sutherland. Working off a ball screen. In and out of the legs. Sutherland controlling him on the defensive side. Gets him underneath. Kicks out. Dearman for three. No good. Rebound. Miller. They reset. 2-point lead. 2:17 to play. Williams working off the ball screen. Through the legs. Floater for the man. Down inside. On the floor. No shot for Caden Miller. And that's going to be 3 fouls on Jace Watley.
His third personal foul. Team foul number 7. Shooting 1-1 for Bentonville will be Kate Miller. Checking in for Ozark, number 15, Hudson Roberts.
So you wonder how long the in-and-out switch will happen. 4 fouls on Hudson Roberts. Maybe assuming overtime could be in play here. 1-1 from the line. The left-hander hits the front rim and in for Caden Miller. It's his 11th point of the evening. It's 50-47 here in the fourth quarter. 2:09 to play in the second half of a 1-1 on the way from Caden Miller. Miller, the left-hand 6'9" junior, is up and good. 11 points for him. 12 points for him. 51-47, now a 2-possession game. If you consider an and one from a 3 or 1 possession game, then okay. 2 minutes to play. Roberts with the left hand. Provides the ball screen for Sutherland. Sutherland with it back with Watley. Denies the screen, kicks out. In rhythm, way short. Offensive rebound, Watley. Watley butts in, and they call a travel. They call a travel on him there, and that's a turnover with 1:46 to play.
Checking in for Ozark, number 2, Ryan Engel.
Ryan Engel for Garrett Ballard. Ballard with 3 points and 1 foul on the game. 51-47, 1:44 to go. And again, no shot clock in high school basketball as Javen Williams brings it across. Out to Lee. Lee takes the ball screen but pulls it back out for Williams. Lee wide open. Dribble drive up and under is nice.
Bentonville basket number 3, Jalen Lee.
Jalen Lee with 18. Watley now facing a 6-point deficit. Garner inside, no good. Offensive or defensive rebound, Caden Miller. Up ahead. And a finish. Aiden Waller finishes and 1. And that should do it.
Ozark foul number 3, Ethan Sutherland, his second personal foul. Team foul number 8.
Sutherland fouls and 1 coming for Aiden Waller.
Ozark, number 13, Garrett Ballard.
Waller with 6 points.
Bentonville is Aiden Waller.
The 6'3" senior forward with the pink shoes at the line. Takes 4 dribbles up and good. So he's got 7. That extends the lead to 9. 56-47 with 65 seconds to go, and Sutherland needs to get something going quickly. Roberts with the left hand has 16. He's been quiet in the second half. Dribbles, deflected away. Good defense by Dearman. Roberts again. Watley thinking about it. No time to be doing this. Watley up top, 45 to play. Watley drives. Taken away by Caden Miller. Javen Williams has the ball here for Bentonville. Up 56-47. Going for the trap now is Ozark, and that'll do it for Hudson Roberts, who finishes with 17.
Javen Williams, his third personal foul. Ozark foul number 15, Hudson Roberts, his 5th personal foul. Team foul number 9.
1-on-1 goes to the line is Javen Williams. Free throw is short, taken away by Sutherland. 56-47, Bentonville. Under a minute to play, under 20 seconds to play. Down inside, Watley spins, throws it away, does Caden Miller. Down to 10 seconds, and this one should be dribbled out. down to 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that'll be a final. We'll get that up for you. 56 to 47.
Bentonville 56, Ozark 47.
As we look back at this one, it is a tale of two halves. It really is. It was a 3-point lead for Bentonville going into the break. Jalen Lee, by the way, he finishes with 17 points. Caden Miller finishes with 12. Javen Williams with 12. Leading the way with Hudson Roberts, 17 points for Ozark. Watley with 13. So again, your final score, 56-47 Bentonville. Bentonville awaits the winner of Blue Springs South and Staley. That's coming up on 810varsity.com here in just a couple of minutes, so stay with us. 17 minutes is on the pregame clock, so you'll see us here very shortly. Thanks for watching high school basketball on 810varsity.com. We'll see you momentarily for Blue Springs South versus Staley.